From the very first moment, fate was already at work. On a quiet flight, a young woman drifted into sleep. Her book slipped from her hands and fell to the floor. The man beside her picked it up, ready to return it until he saw the title. It was one of his favorite genres. Out of curiosity, he flipped it open and was soon lost in its words. Meanwhile, the sleeping woman unknowingly leaned against his shoulder. Instead of moving, he gently adjusted her head, as if protecting her in her dreams. To strangers passing by, they looked like lovers, but in reality, they had never met before. When the plane landed, chaos erupted as passengers rushed out. In the mess, her book fell again. By chance, the man picked it up and chased after her, shouting. But just as he reached the exit, a taxi pulled away. All he could do was stand there, breathless, watching her disappear. He thought this was the end, but destiny weaves its own story. Days later, on a quiet road in Jeju Island, he saw her again. His heart leapt. He ran over to return the book, but to her, his sudden approach felt threatening. She panicked, even calling her mother in fear. The man stood frozen, wondering, did he really look like some criminal? Fate, however, wasn't done. They met once more, this time in a crowded place where misunderstandings faded. He finally explained and returned her book, but when she realized he had read it, anger lit her face. Without thinking, Hyunwoo reached for her hand, and though Ji-hai hesitated, she didn't let go. But just when everything felt perfect, cracks began to form. One night, they argued about marriage. To Ji-hai, marriage was pure, a union of souls beyond wealth. To Hyunwoo, reality demanded more. Love alone couldn't build a life. Her voice rose in frustration. Marriage isn't about money. It's about two souls connecting and staying together until the very end. Hyunwoo wanted to believe her, but doubt held him back. Ji-hai's heart sank. If their beliefs were so different, then maybe it was better to leave. She decided to return to Seoul. Hyunwoo followed silently, unwilling to let go. And then, fate struck again. A storm rolled in, trapping travelers across the island. Hotels filled up, leaving only one room for the two of them. That night, they couldn't sleep. Ji-hai admitted it wasn't him, it was the awkwardness of two near strangers sharing a roof. Silence fell, until Hyunwoo suddenly stepped forward and pulled her into his arms. By morning, the rain had cleared, but their hearts were heavy. Ji-hai was shaken. 3 days together, and already the line had been crossed. Hyunwoo, however, was ready to take responsibility. He begged her to think it over, promising, meet me at the beach where we first watched the waves. I'll wait for you, no matter what. That night, he waited beneath the stars. He waited until morning, but Ji-hai never came. She had left the island in tears, and when she returned home, her wealthy fiancé was already waiting. Their story, born out of chance and rain, ended with silence, leaving only the haunting question of what could have been.